Hello, it is Dr. Calico, and today we are going to be developing uh Neon Defense. This is a game where basically the premise is honestly I don't have a premise yet, but uh it's a bit weird. Basically, the way I want to describe it is uh the it's tower defense, but you don't have any towers. Yeah, look here. There's nothing I can do here. There's no build menu that I can place static structures. But what I do have instead, I have a factory, and I can open up the factory, and I can build mobile units that will defend this path. And the thing about this is because the units are mobile, I can actually move them around, so I can actually get away with sending more stuff here, and as well as the fact that yeah, it's not quite finished yet, but let's say that an enemy gets past here. Oh crap. Oh wait, I know they're going to be down here. So instead of spending all that money to build a new turret down here just to panic, you can just move the unit down here. Uh, okay, so yeah. Yeah, that's the whole gist is basically um yeah, instead of static structures they use to defend, you use mobile units. And also, I think another interesting thing is that there won't be any upgrades either. Like what you spend here, uh, it's at max level effectively. So basically, once it's built, it's gone. You can't upgrade it anymore. Also, I haven't eaten recently. Okay, so missing objects. What is missing? Missing objects. Oh, oh yeah, I'm missing objects right here. Okay, so yeah, once that is pressed, and we're going to, uh, yeah, this is complicated, like really complicated. So, the UI creation, don't need stats. Okay, trigger once, 350. Let's set this to 80. Octavian basic turret, no. Uh, basic turret 2, basic turret 2. Okay, now does this work? Okay, so yeah, that does work. Yeah, it's good to know that does work. Yeah, it's just that the buttons don't do anything yet, so I need to fix that. Yeah, missing objects. I am fully aware of that game. Thank you very much. I am very aware of that. To the variable. Okay, copy this stats, and actually, we're also going to copy a few other stats as well. Basic turret. Build time. We're going to copy, and then we're also going to copy build cost. Oh, yeah, I don't think I can actually put an expression here, so I have to do this all manually. And then turret button animation by name is equal to that. And then actually, what am I supposed to do down here? I don't think that that's correct here. to copy that to turret button, uh, stored structure stats, uh, yeah. But then I also need some more variables. Structure st Actually, no, wait. Wait, I can wait, what am I doing here? What am I doing? This is dumb. This is extremely dumb. Because what I can actually do is I can just group these together. Yeah, I'm just gonna add in two child variables to the offensive stats. Yeah, temporarily name this build time 2, so I can set this to 2, and then delete this, remove that, then child variable, build cost 2, uh, okay, it's 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, delete that, and then save that, save this, and then, yeah, I can just roll that over into uh, itself. Yeah, um, basically I just stored everything into the target variable, so that's good. Into turret button. Yeah, copy the variable, that into that. No, wait, copy of that to that. Yeah. No, I'm going to actually preview and launch debugger. Minimize this, continue anyway, refresh, main menu back here. No, wait, actually, dumb. And that crashed the game. Okay, let's see here. Cannot read the properties of undefined get variable. Okay, so I think that this is just straight up not going to work. Yeah, I think that what we should do instead is just list the variables. Um, uh, yeah, I think we might need to list the variables manually. Yeah, because that's supposed to work. But I think that it just doesn't exist. Yeah, actually, what happens if I just place that down there? Does that work? Okay, so it does work. Yeah, yeah, it does work. Its object does not exist. Yeah, so the object has to exist apparently. That's interesting. So let's see here. Main menu code. Actually, we only need to set like 3 variables, don't we? Okay, let me just check here. Uh, the only thing, the other thing we need to know is cost, time, damage, damage type, and range. And oh wait, fire rate as well. Yeah, that's 5 stats. Yeah, 5 stats. Okay, so 5 stats that we need to copy. Actually, I could just set it onto the button itself. Uh, turret button. Variables. S yeah, store damage. Store damage type. Then stored fire rate. And then what else was it? Oh yes, stored range, stored blast radius. Yeah, my goal for here is to at least create a unit by the end of the stream. Yeah, obviously I can't just yeah, I can't just do that. No. No, that's illegal. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. That is 100% illegal. Yeah, you can't just place a unit into the field and call it a day. No, you have to actually create the unit using code. And actually, maybe also repeat that as well. Okay, actually, when any turret button is pressed, actually, I think I could just get away with just one operation here. When this is pressed, what I want to do is change, um, no, wait. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, there are two things I need to do. First, it's for the total health. No, that's the um, total cost. Yeah, I need to do two variables. That is hull cost and turret cost. Yep. Then total build time, hull build time with another variable of turret build time. Okay, so what that was going to do is that will differentiate the values, and now we can actually work with that. Yeah, so that would be set a variable, change an object variable, turret cost set to turret button, stored structure stats, stored, crap, it's not on here. Yep, it's not on here, I made a goof. Turret button, now also this variable is redundant. Target object to copy, where is that listed? Okay, we don't need this. Don't need this. Yep, that we don't need. Then I'm also, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I know what I'm trying to do, but decisions are hard. Basic turret. Oh yeah, it's. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Uh, somewhat. This turret button. It's just that I'm forgetting something. Actually, I'm gonna open up my second monitor. There should be a UI here. Okay, build cost and build time. Yeah. Stored build cost. Stored build time. Yep, minimize that. Okay, I think this is something we can work with here. Stats, stored build cost. Yep, and then what we can do is change the other variable of construction total build time. Yep, change an object variable, turret build time, set to, I'm not comfortable doing this. Yep, Control C, I accidentally pasted something in there. I undid that. Yield time. Yeah, I hope this works. Yeah, and then I need to go over to here. Okay, so uh, build cost of 5. I really wish I could have like another window, but that's not possible. Yeah, change the variable of that. Yep, yep, change object variable. Stored stats. I think we might need to go down the list here. Basic turret. You know, I need to change some names here. Yeah, improved. I think improved is a better word. Yeah, improved basic turret. Yeah, then what we're going to do is change the name. Improved. Yeah, let's go down the list. Change this to 5. Start build time. 2 seconds. Then store damage. What's the damage of this? The stored damage of the Octavian basic turret is 7. So we're going to change that to 7. The damage type is physical. Set to physical. Hang on a moment. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. That's why it's not right. It's supposed to be a text field. Yeah, now that that's fixed. Most rapid in quotations. Done. It is now in quotations. Stored fire rate is that of... Yeah, how many shots per second does it do? The basic turret. Okay, so firing cooldown is 0.5. That equals 2 shots per second. So fire rate of 2. And then stored range. Did I actually list the range here? Range is 200. Honestly, that seems a little bit low. But actually, I think the range of, for reference, this is 64, 128, and then 196. Okay, so yeah, basically 3 tiles here is about 200 range. Yeah, I think that's something I can work with. And then I'm gonna actually delete this. Uh, yeah, because I've changed some things. Yeah, then we're gonna duplicate this. Yeah, improved. And then we're going to do. We're actually going to add a sprite. That's not what we wanted to do. That's just the wrong location. Also, I made the same mistake twice. It's supposed to be turrets 2, select resource. And then what we're going to do is delete this. Yeah, and this is supposed to be an upgraded version of this turret, so build cost is going to go up by 2 points. Build time going to go up by 1 second. Actually, yeah, 2.5. Yeah, it takes 25% longer. Costs a little bit more. Damage up to 8. And then the range, let's increase it to 225. Yeah, and then let's also copy all of these variables. Control C, Control V. Yeah, the blast radius is still 0. 7, 2.5. I have 8 damage. Actually, no, wait. I want to double the fire rate as well. Okay, so that's going to be a pretty significant increase in damage per second. Yeah, the damage is pretty much more than double. Just because of its pretty much doubled fire rate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test this thing here. Open up this menu. Okay, nothing crashed. Good on that. Okay, then change the variable of... Actually, we're going to change the text directly. Let's see here. The damage per hit, change the text. Where is it? I'm blind. Yeah, I'm absolutely blind. Well, that's font. That's it. Text. Set to then uh, turret button. Stored structure stats. Stored damage. Okay, now does this work? We got a working build menu, kind of. We can then change this as well. Yeah, construction. What am I missing here? Let me open up the, okay, range. Construction range. Set to stored range. Yeah, construction range and construction fire rate. Stored fire rate. Okay, yep, stored fire rate. Put that there. And let's see if that works. All right, now we got some buttons that are working. Yep, happy with that. And then we're going to close the debugger. I haven't needed the debugger. Yep, no need for debugger right now. And then main menu, go back here. Stored blast radius. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, blast radius, and then damage type. Yep. Yeah, bit out of order. Damage type, switch it to damage type. I think we might need to make the font just a little bit smaller. Yeah, or I could just do that. Yeah, just shorthand. Yep, so both of those turrets deal physical damage. I put that here. Yeah, then we're going to change this up here. Then actually, there was an icon that I'm missing here. Yeah, on UI creation, what I want to do is, nope, it's over here. Yeah, then trigger this once. Actually, we can just put that there. Yeah, it doesn't really fit into anything. Yeah, then we're going to scroll all the way down here. UI, create a new object here. Called element type. And then we're going to delete this and add a sprite. Then add an animation, add a sprite. Add another animation, add another sprite. And then just add yet another animation with a sprite. Yep. Yet another animation with another sprite. And then last sprite. Fizz, fire, shock. Yep, corrosive. Yeah, just use a bunch of shorthand. Try this once. It should be at create this object. Not text. Yeah, then we're gonna stick it to this UI block. Ooh, so close. Yeah, I think I can just get away with minus 32 on the x-axis. So let's see here. 85 minus 32 equals 53. Okay, now does this work? So close. Yeah, I think it's not over far enough. Yeah, I'm gonna set it to 50. Okay, yeah, this definitely works. Yep, so we got the turret part of the build menu working. This is not uh, displaying the cost because we don't have a hull yet. So we're gonna fix that. Yep, yep, definitely going to fix that. Turret button, duplicate this. Hull button, delete, delete. Actually, we're gonna delete everything here. Just yeah, animation, files from your device. Actually, no, wait, no, S wrong. It's actually this. Okay, so that worked. Stored structure stats, delete. I'm gonna keep that. Delete, 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 delete. Another bite of an apple. Delicious apple. And then what we need to do is a child um, local variable sub-event actually. Yeah, sub-event. Okay, so if a turret button is pressed, no wait, actually, yeah, no wait, I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually, I think I know what I'm doing. I just realized what I want to do. Yeah, pick all objects that are currently where is the behaviors? Your turret button is pressed, not pressed. And then what I want to do is, yeah, we're going to tween everything to be of opacity to 50. Actually, hang on. Yeah, turret button, tween object opacity. It should be way down here. Fade to opacity of 255. Ease in now quadratic. Duration of 0.25. All right, this actually looks much better already. Yeah, I think I might want to make this a little bit faster though. Yeah, instead of 0.25 seconds, maybe 0.15 seconds. Okay, actually that feels much more responsive. Yeah, I can clearly tell which turret that I picked right here because it's highlighted and the stats have changed. So yeah, I think that's good right there. We've made some decent progress right there. And then now for the hull button. Yeah, we're actually going to close all this. Yeah, UI create. No, wait, hang on a moment. Wait. Hold up. Hold up. We're going to create an event group. Hull buttons, and then yeah, create an object. Yeah, actually, let's copy this. Put it over here. We're going to shift this down by 100 units. Yep, put that back there. Uh, yeah, hull button. Yeah, animation name. Choose an animation. Basic bot. Five and two. And then go down all the way to here. Event group. uh, yeah, build time and cost. Okay, so we're going to trigger this once. And that is conditions, variables. No, wait, objects. We're going to say construction total cost. Object variable value is greater than 0. Actually, we're going to put an and here, even though it does account for both of these conditions to be true by default. I'd like to make sure that uh, it's consistent. Yeah, turret cost, if that equals 0, it's 0. Yeah, we're going to change this text. Construction. Total cost display. Set to construction cost display hull cost plus construction total cost display turret cost. Okay, let's make sure that this works. It doesn't work. What do we do wrong? Stored build cost, stored build time. No, wait, hang on a moment. Hang on. There is something, I don't think it actually supports math. Or actually, I think I did it wrong. Typo. Or wait, is that not a button? Behaviors. That is a button. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait, hang on a moment. I think I actually just realized. Yeah, there's no code for the button. Yeah, yeah, that's why it's not working. There's no code for the button. So we're going to add in a event group. Yeah, hull buttons. Yep. Put that there, put that there, put that there. Okay, hull button is pressed. What we want to do is change these two variables. Hull cost to here. Hull cost to there. Yeah, hull button and... All right, so let's see if this works. That is wrong. So what it's doing is it sees the 5 and then it adds in another 5. That's not how that works. So we need to do some additional math here. And that is the variables are right here. Total cost. Combined cost. Variables. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, so it has to be a number, and I believe that that usually um, Can only support actual math. Construction, total cost display, combined cost. Yeah, then change the variable. Change object variable value. I should have just done this first. There we go, problem solved. Now, does this work? It should be 10. That works. It is, in fact, 10. Unfortunately, it does not update. Yeah, that's because we did it wrong. So we need to add a sub-event of when any nope, that's the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. It has to be when this is pressed. And then we're going to add in an OR statement. Okay, whole buttons is pressed. Basically, if it is a 0, it will not work. So yeah, just by repeatedly clicking these two turrets, it doesn't work. But if I click the bot now, it... What was that? What was that? Oh, I see here. It's backwards. Yeah, so clicking these two doesn't do anything, then clicking this... Okay, the cost is correct. Yep, the cost is in fact correct. Cost of total build time display. Nope, that's wrong. Hang on a moment. Okay, construction, total build time display, whole build time, plus construction, total build time display, turret build time. Total build time display, construction, total build time display, combined cost. All right, this is actually looking pretty good already. Now, the only thing we need to do is health, movement speed, and every single resistance ever. And nope, that's the engine, which I plan on copying a bunch of stuff over. Okay, so damage type. Yeah, actually, let's actually figure this out first. if the damage type, yeah, construction damage type equals, yeah, the text is equal to something. Actually, wait. Hang on. This type is actually not equal to, yeah, damage type, animation, name. Then we're gonna put it in a trigger once. Okay, save that. Element type, animation by name, use an expression. Set to, yeah, construction, damage type, text. And actually, I want to double check here. Yeah, I need to make sure that this is working correctly. Fire. So in the menu, I'm just gonna set this to fire because why not? That doesn't work. Yep, that does not work. Why does that not work? Actually, I think we should just set, um, yeah, let's do like six different and statements. So other conditions and yeah, and let's also delete this comment and add in an event group up here. Yeah, I can't spell element. So element type is animation by name, physical, and then the text of damage type is not equal to phys. Then what we're going to do is we're going to change the animation to physical, which it should be animation by name, physical. Yep, fire. Yep, need to set the world on fire. Okay, shock. And then last but not least, we need a corrosive as well. Then cryo. No, wait, hang on a moment. I just realized this is dumb. I got it backwards. Uh, it's not equal to that, and it is equal to that. Yeah, because this will trigger both of these if I set it to fire, and it's gonna be like all over the place. So by reversing this, yeah, by reversing this, what will happen now is that it will say that, okay, it's not physical, but yet the damage type is physical. We need to change that. Yeah, then explosive. Okay, let's double check this. Hey, we got something. Yeah, just to make sure though, I'm gonna set it to shock. Huh. Yeah, I need to double check this. Okay, yep, that is shock. Yep, that is in fact shock. Yeah, I think it works for everything else perfectly fine. Yep, so let's set it back to fizz. Then actually the third button, hull, change the variable, stored structure, stored. I need to set up the variables. Variables. Stored health. Stored movement speed. Yeah, I'm out of order. Stored armor. Yeah, stored fire resistance. Yep, stored shock resist. Stored. Yep, stored corrosive resist. Yep, stored cryo, and then finally, yeah, aren't I also missing something? Uh, you know what? Nah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, stored armor. Yep, 0. 0, 0. Crap. Stored cryo resist. Yeah, that's 0. Yeah, it's very cheap. Yeah, so obviously we're getting it like some pretty low stats. Yeah, rather, we're giving it low stats. Yeah, explosive resistance, set that to 0. Crap, accidentally deleted that. You know, it's just not my day. Fire resistance, yeah, that's going to be set to 0. Yeah, stored health, this is definitely not going to be 0. Because what we need to do is we need to look over here. Okay, 25 health. Maximum health of 25. Okay, stored health, stored movement speed of, I think it's like 225. I think that was its movement speed. 230, so close. Crap, I forgot what I was doing. Uh, hold on, nope. That is, uh, anything else that I need to take care of? I'll figure it out. Come on. It, it does that. Okay, stored movement speed, stored shock resistance. Oh yeah, there we go. 0. Yeah, we're also gonna move shock resistance all the way up here. Actually, we're gonna do some reorganizing here. Armor, fire resistance, shock resistance, corrosive resistance, cryo explosive. Yeah, all these resistances are bundled up together. And then what we're going to do is we're now going to change the text display of a bunch of things here. So we're going to change, we're going to paste this here. Construction, health display, set this to, uh, hull button, stored structure stats, stored health. Okay, then we're going to copy and paste this here, stored health display, movement display, stored that to stored movement speed, which is down there. Okay, movement display, the next thing, past movement is, okay, movement, it should be, total cost, no, armor, yep, stored armor. Yeah, then just continue going down the list. Cryo resistance, yep, stored cryo resistance, right there. Yeah, cryo resistance, fire resistance, definitely change that. I think there's just too many things and the engine just doesn't like to keep up. That's my running theory. Stored fire resistance. Yeah, down the list we go. Stored corrosive resistance. Then shock resistance. There we go. Okay, shock resistance. Explosive resistance. Yeah, explosive resist is good to go now. I think that's everything. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, let's preview this. We now have a working build menu, kind of. Like, I can see all the stats. Yeah, that's a good thing. The problem, though, you can't build anything. Also, I think I want to also determine... No, wait, it is already determined. Um, let's add in another variable just to make sure. Boolean is selected. Currently false. Variable, another Boolean of is selected. Yeah, false by default. Yeah, turd button, change the object variable of is selected, set it to true. And then everything else we're just gonna reverse it, set it to false. Yeah, hull button that is pressed, and then pick every single hull button that is not pressed. Hull button is fade. Hull button is fade. 55, set that to true. Okay, and then we're gonna save. Actually, hang on a moment. I just realized something. What's the UI creation again? Okay, so 40. Yeah, this is not going to work. Let's actually set this to 30. And then this to 30. No, wait, actually 32. Two. No, wait, 64. Yeah, that's still that's too close. 96. Okay, this is something I can work with now. Yep, that is something that I can definitely work with. Then put this here. Improve basic hull. I need to change that to allow another animation and an animation. Yeah, improved. Then add a sprite from project resources. I didn't export it. Yep, I did not export the sprite. So we're gonna have to go over to here. Open. Where is it? Okay, Octavian bot small. Yeah, this is what we needed. Yeah, actually I didn't upload it. It is exported. Um, okay, so we're gonna need to duplicate that. Yeah, improved. Yeah, and then we're just gonna give it like 2 in all stats. Yeah, slightly increased movement speed. And its health is going to 30. Yep, 30 in both. I don't know what that variable is. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that variable. And then head over to here and remove that variable as well. I didn't upload the animation. Add a sprite from the hard drive that is small 2. And then we're going to delete this section. And then what we're going to do is we're now going to change that to, no, wait. Hang on. The button needs another animation from the project resources. What's small improved. And then apply that. Basic bot improved. What is the cost here? Build time, build cost. Yeah, let's increase that to 2.5 and build cost of 7. Oh, and also while we're here, I just realized we're going to. Nah, I changed my mind. Store number of 2, 2, 2.5, 7. Congratulations, everyone. We have a working build menu. Although you still can't build from it. But hey, it's a start. It's a start, okay? Yeah, yeah, we have two in all resistances, and it costs 14 credits, and it has a build time of 5 seconds. Yeah, I'd say this is definitely worth it. But yeah, this is definitely a stronger bot. It's just that it costs more. The build time is increased, but all the stats are better. And oh wait, I can't afford it. Well, I can cheap out on something. But yeah, as a rule of thumb, if you have at least 10 credits, you can afford a bot. So yeah, that's going to be like really interesting, I'd say, possibly. Yeah, cheap bots to get units on the field and expensive bots to actually start fighting. Oh, and also another thing is, yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned that you've all probably noticed, you're not all going crazy. The timescale does change to 1.25. No, wait, it's 0.12, 1 over 8 every time that the build menu is open. So basically, every 8 seconds in the build menu is equivalent to one real world second. Yeah, I think that we got something kind of solid right here, potentially. Hmm. But now what I want to do is I want to have a button. I want a button. So we're going to duplicate this. Yeah, call it the build button. Add a sprite, not from my computer, from the project resources instead. And then delete this selection. No, wait. Hang on. Hang on. No, that's not gonna work. Let's actually duplicate the continue button. Yeah, and then let's actually set this as a global object. Yeah, put this into the UI, and then behaviors, tween, uh, wait, hang on a moment. Did I actually do this right? Properties. Okay, yeah, it is. That's construct misspelled? Yeah, goober. And then also what I want to do is, I'm not finished here. Another variable that is a Boolean of is just built. I'll set it to true, because the only way that can exist is if it was just built. Variables. Yes, set all of these to just built. And then variables, add a variable. Boolean true. Variables, add another variable. Boolean true. Okay, and the other thing I want to do is, let's go back to the main menu. UI creation. Uh, buttons. Buttons. Icon. We're going to create another button. And that is trigger once. Create an object. Let's create an object. That is the construct button, I believe. Confirm build button. UI position. Let's position this right. UI block X lock Y plus 512. That didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work. I mean, it looks like it should work, but it didn't work. Oh, I didn't stick it. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, confirm build button. That does not have the stick property. I'm going to change that. Behaviors. Stick. Yeah, we're going to use sticker. Yep, an overwhelming use of stickers. Okay, so that does work, but it's way too high. So we're going to change it to 1024. Okay, does changing it to 1080 actually make it completely? Yeah, it's invisible. 24, then calculator. So 24 minus 64. That is 960. So we're gonna put that to 960. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait, the names here are actually matching. Yeah, basic turret, basic turret. Okay, so, hmm, interesting design decisions here. Okay, UI, we can close down the UI creation for now. Build menu, and then we're going to add an event where if, let's see here, other conditions, variables, variable value, credits amounts variable, yes, equal to greater than, construction, total cost display, combined cost. And we're actually going to trigger this once as well. Okay, so if we have enough money, what will happen is what we are going to do uh, is we're going to confirm build button. We are going to tween the opacity, fade, ease in out quad over 0.15 seconds to opacity 255. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to activate the button. Activate button interactions. Yes. Oh, and then actually, hang on. I want to change the text as well. Text of the button. Confirm build button. Text label. And then if it's the opposite, where if it is less than that, yeah, 100, disable this. And then we're going to say insufficient funds. Yeah, I need to change my credit count. Global variables. Let's actually change that to 12. Yeah, let's build something expensive. Okay, so there is a bit of a delay here. Yeah, that is a slight delay. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think I can actually fix that. Oh, and also, we've made so many changes to the UI, we're just gonna gut that in the engine for multiple levels. And then what we're going to do is UI build menu. And then put that here. Okay, so this is here. The button has been pressed. Yep. And then we're also going to make sure that interactions are active as well. Yeah, interactions activated. Set it to yes. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It needs to make sure that interactions are in fact activated. Actually, hang on a moment. I just realized. Uh, yep. Yeah, we need to disable the button if neither or turret. eh, If okay, so we need to disable that if either of those variables are not selected. Okay, so we're going to actually, no, wait. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Um, we need to conditions invent a control flow, or, and then in one of these, we're going to add a subcondition of and then another subcondition of and. So it'll check to see if either of these are true. Yeah, pick every single object. It, no, that's wrong. Wrong object. And I need to double check here. Turret button is selected. Okay. Pick all turret button objects. Is the turret selected? Turret button. Uh, variables. No, wait, hang on a moment. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Because I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna say, oh, it's not true, therefore it is false. No, wait, hang on a moment. Okay, so logically speaking, so it has to make sure that the variable if is selected is true, which if none of the turrets are true, then what's going to happen is it's going to output false, but then it gets inverted, so that's true again. Yeah, we're gonna need to make some changes here. Okay, so if all of these conditions are true, how do we make sure that any turret has a selected uh, notification? Actually, let's just say that um, no, wait, actually, I think we can inverse this. No, wait. Yeah, this logic is hurting. Let's try this out here. It doesn't work. Let's try that. That doesn't work. Okay, let's see if this works. That doesn't work. That's even worse. Oh wait, actually I can just use a hotkey. Can't I just Oh yeah, it's J. Yeah, J to invert that condition. Yeah, I think what is happening here is it's looking at every single button and it's saying that's not true, therefore this can never be true. Yeah, and then yeah, basically I think these can just never be true. Let's see here. Other conditions. Variables. What can I change here that would help? Nothing I know of. Yeah, I think we'll just clear that. That's not working. Okay, so what can we do here? Third one of variables. Pick all objects, and then we're going to actually and third one is the variable true. Third one number of objects currently picked. I think that might work. Yeah, then let's replace this here. Crap. Well, that's bad. That is extremely bad. Yeah, that's a bug. That's a bug in the engine. Create neon defense. We're going to open that. Shit. Okay, how far back are we? Yeah, it looks like we're pretty far back. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Manage. No. No, I can't really do that. Well, that's a problem. That's a pretty big problem. Pretty big problem. We just lost some progress due to a bug in the engine. Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Other conditions. Yeah, or and. Torch button. Select all. Yeah, pick all objects. Torch button. Variable is true. Then we're going to Turret button again. Number of objects currently picked is 0. Okay, we're going to save again. Hull, hull, and hull. I think we're also going to add trigger once as well. That's weird. Yeah. Okay, so okay. Okay. Yeah, that is not working. Yeah, that's just not working. Hmm, what now? What now? Okay, yeah, this is really challenging. Yeah, because yeah, for some odd reason, this just isn't working. Yeah, it's either always on or never on. So how do we make it so that it's sometimes on? Oh wait, actually, what if it's what if it's 1? Yeah, here's a dumb idea. Yeah, what if it's nope. Yeah, but am I actually getting somewhere? No, I am not getting somewhere. Yeah, this is just never on. Let's actually just trigger once this. Okay. Okay. So that does work if I just trigger once that. It's the conditions that are just bad. Then actually what I want to do is I'm just going to add in a quick little event. Uh, just a standard event. Yeah, just unselect everything. Pick all objects, and then what we're going to do is we're going to tweak the opacity to here. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Yeah, turret button, do that. Okay, so that should unselect everything. And then it just works. Yeah, as it turns out, that just works. Yeah, actually, I want to move this all the way down here. That is, if I can even move it down here, which I'm pretty sure it is a pain to move. Alright, then once this button is pressed, what I want to do is we're going to do this, and then do this again. Yeah, then pick all objects, and pick all instances of turret button, and then we're going to pick all instances of hull button. Yeah, that will shut down everything. And then what we're going to do is other actions. I know what I want to do. It's just complicated to do it. Variables, change the variable. Credits amounts to variable. Subtract that from yeah, construction. Total cost display, combined cost. Okay, so we just paid for a unit. But that didn't work. Because we paid for nothing. So what we need to do is timers. Wait this many seconds. Yeah, construction, total build time display, combined cost, seconds. Yeah, this is complicated. I'm just racking my brain for what I want to do here. Uh, and then what we're going to do is we are going to objects, create an object, enter the name of an object, enter the name of Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the plugins here, extensions, create object by expression. Don't really see anything. Yeah, I don't think I can actually just create an object with an expression. Yeah, let me just try this again here. Create an object. Units. We're just gonna click OK. Create an object. That would be third button. That doesn't work. Actually, I think we should put the variables onto the factory. Bottle text, then bot text. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the factory, change the variable value. Yeah. Bot set to actually let's get the one that's activated. Uh, nope, that's not it. It's actually the button. which is all the way down here. Turret button. Object va variable value is selected. Set that to true. Of turret button animation name. Yeah. Okay, so we got something here. So yeah, I think we got something. Yep, I think this is at least reasonably intelligent. Yeah, you can only have one specific hull type at a time, and one specific turret type at a time. Yeah, this just doesn't work because I don't have the money. Yep, yep, I have no money, so it doesn't work. But what I can do is I can do this. And then that just that just goes weird. Let's see here. Is it lower here? Oh, it's above there. Okay. So yeah, I'll continue working on this in the meantime. That's about it. Thanks for viewing. We've hit the 2 hour mark.